found a partial body with your brother's identification amongst the remains.
What are you trying to tell me?
He's dead.
How did he die?
Looks like gators ate him.
Swamp! How the f did my baby brother get to the bottom of a swamp? He didn't put himself there.
You ever heard of a man named Jean LeBlanc? He's like the godfather, New Orleans. His brother himself in the blues. I'm afraid you think we got something to do with it, but we did get rid of the body. Y'all fly back with me, let the town know that you got my back.
We're in the middle of some shit ourselves, and it involves Junior.
Got your back, cuz.
Hell yeah.
If the shit gets too overwhelming, you know that the rest of the family's only one phone call away.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love the family business New Orleans, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about the family business New Orleans Season 1, Episode 1. This is my review, just going over some of the key points of this first episode. I will be watching the second episode soon, and I'm going to do my review for that. So be on the lookout for that video later on. Now, this was a solid series opener. Yes, this is a spinoff of the family business. And I know a lot of people are asking the question, should I watch the family business first before I watch this show? Well, I did. I watched the original family business, and then I came here and I checked out the new spinoff. So I did it because I wanted to know the characters that was in the original family business. That way, when I watch this show, I would not be confused on who these characters are. So I do believe it's better to check out family business first and then come and check this one out. That way you're not confused. But let's go over the description of this episode. The title of the episode is called Surprise, Surprise. And the description of the episode reads, when mobster John LeBlanc puts up a 100K reward for information about his brother's death, the Duncans take drastic action to protect their casino and themselves from their rivals. So those are the key elements of this episode. Like I told you guys, this was a solid series opener. Kind of just introduced us to some of the new characters and what they're going to be all about. And it was almost like the quiet before the storm, because you already know it's about to get real crazy. We know this John LeBlanc character played by David Benner. Y'all know he's about to turn up, and he ain't playing around. And it's just a matter of time before he finds out what really happened to his brother, and that it happened at the Midnight Blues Club, which is why Marquis' character, played by Brandon T. Jackson, is not playing around. He's going to New York. He is trying to find Uncle LC. He needs some help, know what I'm saying? But we know Uncle LC, he ain't there. But Curtis and Lauren, they're going to go down to help him out. And if it gets real rough, we know that Vegas, he will show up if he has to and help his cousin out. But I definitely cannot wait to see how everything's going to play out in the original family business, because the way it ended with Junior, I mean, it was crazy. I don't want to spoil it, so check that out for you guys that did not watch it. But it definitely gets crazy by the end of season 5. But let's go ahead and start this review. Let's go over some of the key moments in episode 1. Y'all can let me know what key moments y'all thought was real important in this episode as well. But this episode starts out with Marquis. Of course, he is clapping somebody's cheeks, y'all. And the sad thing is, she is married. Now, his mom, she does bust in, letting him know what the hell are they doing up in there, and she's pissed off. We learn that the girl is married, and if this does get back to her husband, I can see some negative consequences coming their way. Now, Marquis' mom, she's played by Lela Rochon. Her name is Big Shirley Duncan, and she tells him some bad news. Apparently, a body has popped up at the club, and we know it is the brother of John LeBlanc. His name is Pierre. Apparently, he was gambling at the club, got pissed off because he took a L, walked outside. Next thing we know, his body is out there, blood everywhere. They hear a gunshot, so they're saying that he offed himself. That's what they're saying, right? Now, Pierre, he is played by Ryan Lawrence. You guys may remember him from BMF. He played K9. But in this show, he's another body that's dropped off. Now, we know Marquis and, of course, the character named Floyd, played by Pooch Hall. They end up cleaning up this body, and we know Marquis, he's going to take it somewhere to get rid of it. Now, while they're out there putting up the body, we see this weirdo lurking in those bushes, and you already know he gonna run his mouth. Now, I have not watched episode 2, but I'm pretty sure this is not the last time we're going to see this dude's face. Now, we finally see John LeBlanc. We also see Quincy Brown. He's playing the character Prince in this show. Now, John, he's basically trying to take over the property that his family used to own. Now, in his character description, it does state that his family's land and property were stolen by the establishment over a century ago. It's his plan to take it all back and take over the Midnight Blues Casino, and that is owned by the Duncans, right? So as you can see in this scene right here, the dude was going crazy, and he made this man sell his property right there. I believe he sold it for $200K, and then after that, the old man got smoked. And this was just a scene showing us how ruthless he can be. And I'm talking about John LeBlanc. He's not playing around, and he is trying to take over everything. I can't wait to see his game plan to take over the Midnight Blues Casino, which is not going to be as easy as taking this old man's property right here. Now, we get to your boy Floyd. As I told you, he is played by Pooch Hall. Now, Floyd, he is the brother of Big Shirley. And in this scene right here, he is messing with Ernestine. She is a voodoo priestess. Now, in his description, it does state that he is one of the managers of the Midnight Blues. His connection to the local voodoo priestess is what keeps him well protected. We know he was clapping her cheeks, and she was kind of acting weird the next day or whatever. I mean, she did give him a necklace with a chicken foot. I mean, hopefully it protects him. But then again, you just never know. He on some weird stuff. We're going to see if this does work. You guys let me know what y'all thought about that. Now, luckily, your boy Marquis is cool with the sheriff. Her name is Sheriff Clay, and apparently he's going to use her to get rid of this body, but she wants 50 bands, right? So he got to pay her $50,000. She will get rid of the body. She told him she's going to make it seem like an accident with some alligators. And, you know, hopefully his brother buys it, which y'all know your boy John was not buying that at all. He wanted to know why the hell his brother was out there in the swamp. It makes no sense at all. It did seem like somebody was out there watching him when, you know, he was taking that body to her. Now, she does tell him that his brother is gone. He was pissed off. Apparently, him and his brother, I guess they did not have the best relationship, but that doesn't matter. He still has love for his brother, and he wants to get payback. He wants to find the people that did this, and he's going to put $100K out there for anybody with information about what really happened. Now, we know that Big Shirley, she was at the spot, and she overheard some information about the $100K being, you know, basically being put out there for information. So now she's scared. She is scared. Her cousin, Monique, she's scared as well. And now they got to figure out what they need to do in order to stop this from happening, because it's just a matter of time before John LeBlanc finds out the truth. And as she stated, it doesn't even matter what really happened to his brother, because once he finds out that it happened outside her club, he gonna want payback. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna want to hear no excuses. He doesn't care. He's gonna want blood. Now, we know she was telling her son, like, look, I gotta send you to Houston because I want to protect you. We know Marquis, he ain't going. He wants to stay there. He is willing to fight. He continues to tell her throughout this episode that, look, we might as well just call Uncle LC and get help from them because we need it. But apparently, she does not want any help from LC Duncan at all. And she ain't having it. She tells him, look, you want to go to Houston? I have to protect you. You are my boy. He tells her, look, I'm not a boy anymore, right? And you can tell he really wants to prove himself, but his mom's, she ain't listening. Now, we know Floyd, he ends up telling her, like, look, your son is right. Maybe we should get some help from LC. But she tells him, just like she told her son, hell nah, it ain't happening. And she has her own game plan, right? Now, they did make it seem like Marquis was going to Houston, but no, he was really going to New York. And as we can see right here, he runs into Curtis. We see Nevada, he is there as well. And then we learn that, you know, Uncle LC, he's upstate right now, so he's not there. And he does have a conversation with Vegas, played by Michael J. White, a straight up legend in the game. Now, Marquis does tell him about the issues that's going on back at home, and he needs their help. And Vegas tells him, look, he is willing to help his cousin out, but in New York, they're in a war. And we know it's a war going on with, you know, Junior going up against his family, the alliance. I mean, it's crazy. This is why I cannot wait to see what's going to happen in The Family Business Season 6. But he tells him that Orlando cannot go because he needs him there. But we know Curtis, he volunteers and tells him, look, you my cousin, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And we know Lauren, she's going to go as well. She is a silent killer. You will never see her coming. And this is what Vegas was telling him about. But he did tell him, like, look, if it does get, you know, out of hand, give me a call and, you know what I'm saying, I can make that move. just in case it gets too crazy. So don't be surprised if he does have to call, you know what I'm saying, your boy Vegas if it gets crazy. But Curtis and Lauren down there should be able to help him out. And we're going to see what type of game plan that his mom's, you know, Big Shirley Duncan has for the family. Because as of right now, I'm not trusting it. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with Marquis. Going to New York was smart, and I believe it's going to pay off once they go back down to New Orleans. But you guys, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. It was a solid series opener. I will be watching episode 2 real soon. And that episode 2 review should be out a little bit later on. And if you're thinking about watching The Family Business, go ahead and check it out. It was one of those shows, when I first started watching it, it did seem like it was like low quality. But as I continued to watch this show, the production, the quality of the show got better and better in each season. You can tell that a lot more money was getting put in over time. In the story, it got better as well. You become real invested in these characters. And to see how it all ended by season 5, I mean, like I told you guys, it's crazy, especially if you saw it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your boy Carl Reber, he is doing his thing, and hopefully it continues. So we're going to see, man. Thank you guys once again for supporting your boy, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.